Disney. We have Disney again. Oh, yes, we do. Lovely Disney. They have been sued over fraudulent schemes to hide streaming losses. Okay, so here's the thing. They did this to themselves. Just putting that out there. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Check out my Rumble and my Twitch TV as well and follow me on there. I live stream on Twitch TV every Friday, Saturday and Sunday, and we do a full stream with these articles that you see clipped here on YouTube. If you'd rather watch it in the full stream, head on over to there. So Disney sued over fraudulent scheme to hide streaming losses. Bad news for Disney. Disney shareholders accused the media's giant leadership of misleading investors with a fraudulent scheme designed to hide the extent of Disney Plus losses, according to a new lawsuit. The complaint, filed by New Jersey-based Strawbridge Investments on 23rd of August in Delaware federal court, claims that Disney management, under then CEO Bob Chapek, I think I said that right, tried to conceal the staggering costs it incurred while attempting to boost its subscriber count and promise profitability by the end of 2024. Right. Let me just say, Disney have created this mess for themselves. They shouldn't have gone into the subscription, live streaming, whatever streaming business you want to call it. They shouldn't have done that. They alone, as an entity, would have been better off without a streaming service, because people love Disney films. Maybe not the live action remakes, but that's a whole different video. But people love Disney films, okay? And people will go and pay the money to see the Disney films at the cinema. People will pay money to buy these Disney films on DVD. People will do this, people will do that, but people don't necessarily buy into streaming services because they are expensive. I have Prime, Amazon Prime. That is the only streaming service that I actually use, because if I had like Netflix, Disney Plus, Hulu, whatever they are, it would be extortionate fees for, each month subscription. And of course, I've got my other business fees to pay on top of that, so I really cannot afford to be doing that. So this suit was lodged the day before Disney shares closed at a 9-year low of $82.47 per share, far below the $100 the stock traded at after Bob Iger replaced the ousted Chapek last November. And this was the stock in midday trading on Wednesday. So that would have been this week on Wednesday, just gone. And investors claimed they were deliberately duped by statements from Chapek, stating specifically one from December 2020, which boasted that Disney Plus has exceeded our widest expectations and bolstered our confidence despite superstitious profitability forecasts. I have a confession to make. When I found out that Hocus Pocus 2 was going to be done and made, I was ecstatic. I loved the first one. The first one was, I believe, a flop, but I was ecstatic about Hocus Pocus 2. I love Hocus Pocus, right? Okay. But I was devastated to find out that it wasn't coming out at the cinema. I would have paid to have gone and seen that at the cinema. Okay. That's what I would have done. I would have paid to have seen that at the cinema. However, it was released on Disney Plus, and I refused point blank to pay 1 month for a streaming service to watch Hocus Pocus 2. However, I landed on my feet because I ended up getting a performance role around the sort of time that it was released on Disney Plus. And so I rented a room where I was performing, and this particular landlord, for all of his tenants, he had Disney Plus for the sake of his tenants, right? So I was like, well, I'll watch it if you've got it, because technically with my rent I have paid for it, but I wouldn't buy into it myself. I refused point blank, and I love Disney, but I will slam Disney when I think Disney are wrong, and Disney should not have started this streaming service. The suit cites a hugely controversial reorganisation of the media's entertainment and operations that allowed Chapek to exert near-complete control over the company's strategic decisions around content. And that is one of the problems with streaming services. You can control the output, like micromanage it, okay? So rather than just having all these films, you know, and these creation of these films, which you can't necessarily micromanage, but with a streaming service, you can create programs, you can have things written for you that you can be like, no, 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 yes, no, no, yes, no. And that's one of the downfalls of streaming services, because they can be micromanaged. And to be honest, the content that they put out is really bad. Save Good Omens, the sequel, the second series to Good Omens, that was okay. I like that. According to Hollywood Reporter, the Mouse House faces identical investor suits over an alleged cost-shifting scheme in its streaming division, and claims that obstructed deal between TSG and Entertainment Finance and 20th Century Studios, which Disney owns, to prop up Disney Plus and its juice in stock price. Disney are trying to be an unnecessary powerhouse. They keep buying out these companies, and then they create one thing for themselves, and it just fails epically. This is bad. This is bad. And it was believed that to conceal these adverse facts, defendants engaged in a fraudulent scheme designed to hide the extent of Disney Plus losses, to make the growth trajectory of Disney Plus subscribers appear sustainable, and 2024 Disney Plus targets appear achievable when they are not. But they're not, because nearly every single thing that Disney has released recently has been a flop. Just saying, because they've just gone too woke. So basically, bad news for Disney. It's terrible news, because they're not making the revenue, and people are unsubscribing from Disney Plus, or people will buy it out for 1 month just so that they can watch something in particular, and it fails. So this is all their own fault. If they have hidden everything, this deserves to be ousted. They should be commenting on this. And the complaints here, I'll just read this here. The complaint concludes that Disney's wrongful acts and omissions led to the precipitous, I cannot say that, decline in the market value of the company's shares. But basically, Disney have had this coming for a long time. And this was starting with the streaming services and everything that they would do to be PC. It's basically come full circle, and it's now biting them in the ass. And excuse my language, but it's true. And earlier this month, Iger reported that Disney Plus lost its 146.1 million subscribers during the most recent quarter, at a 7.4 decline from the previous quarter. The company has taken $3.7 billion hit in dollars over the past 12 months, ending June 30th, from its streaming services, which include Disney Plus, ESPN, and Hulu. Oh, this is incredibly bad. But they brought it on themselves by going woke. They went woke, so now they're going to go broke, is essentially what it seems. We should find out really what's going on. This is, of course, was from the New York Post, and I don't know how reliable the New York Post are, but I've seen some other newspaper reports that this is happening to Disney, so go figure. Look, I just think they've brought it all on themselves, these giant faceless corporations that just think they know what they're doing, and in the past they may have known what they were doing, But now, because people are so PC and they are so on it, and, well, I say on it, but, you know, they just call it out, and it's just not going well for Disney at the moment. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Rumble and my Twitch TV. And thank you very much for checking this video out.